Hello everybody, I'm Dekky, but you guys can call me Tom. I come all the way from New Zealand, which is why I have this ridiculous accent. And yeah, welcome to PhlogistiCast. I will be co-hosting this show with Nommy. Nommy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello there, I'm Nommy. I am from the horrible heat wave struck Cyprus, and I'm currently dying, so this should go down a treat.
Yes, unfortunately, both of us are in the process of dying for this podcast.
Yes.
Yesterday I got a Dorito lodged in my throat. So
Yeah.
the message from yesterday is eating
mock
while
Nommy.
recording.
Never mock people with Doritos, because karma happens.
Yes, and also eating while recording is unprofessional and dangerous, so don't do it.
A warning to all
Okay.
streamers: never eat while streaming.
Yes.
Anyway,
PhlogistiCast is a podcast dedicated to all things related to Team Fortress 2, this amazing and awesome free-to-play game, completely free, from Valve. Now today we have a very special guest who's had a lot of experience with Team Fortress 2. She will be talking to us about what it's like to play as Medic, one of the 9 classes. And her name, seriously, is Medic. So, Medic on Medic. Would you like to say a few words?
Well, I'll be saying a lot of words, actually. But the thing is, though, I'm the most important class, no matter what you say. Medics are the best.
well, okay, let's put it this way. Would you like to introduce yourself with a dash less ego?
Yeah, okay then. I'm called the Medic, although I have about a billion different usernames that I change regularly. I'm the high-ranking poster on the Steam-powered user forums, and I'm just a bit of a poster and a blogger and stuff like that. And I'm not actually a very good medic. Everyone just says I am. I think they're all lying.
Generally,
I've-
when a large group of people say something, it's generally the truth.
Well, to be fair,
Unless that
a large number of people used to say the world was flat, so there you go.
Yeah, but now they don't.
True.
Yeah, they were the Nazis, and they're still kind of around.
Yeah,
Sort
true.
of.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay, in this situation, we've already
But
gone
you
to
are a good
Nazis
one.
and it's only 3 minutes in.
Yeah, whose fault's that? Just, I want to point out. I want to point out the medic is not a Nazi. Valve said so. Plus, it's really boring, and stereotypical. I mean, I know
So
there
that's
are
not
already
what
giant
it is,
stereotypes. I know there are already giant like stereotypes, but why make it even more so? Give them a bit
For
of character.
example, Demo Man and his Scrampy.
But the thing is, Man's not so much of a stereotype because he's a black Scottish cyclops. You don't get many of those in
How do you know? You've never been to Scotland.
either of you.
No, but we just don't know.
Hey, we're
Next
meant
week,
to be
we
talking
ask the
about
professional.
medics. Oh, wait, please. We're meant to be talking about medics, not demo men.
Oh,
I
we can talk about
apologise.
Demo Man as well. Honestly though, Demo Men are probably the best people to heal. When you're playing medic, you got to work out who's the best person to heal for whatever situation you're facing. Are you defending the control point? Then you want to heal a heavy or something. Are you trying to destroy a sentry? Then you want to ubercharge a Demo Man. It depends on what you're doing. If you want to get somewhere very quickly, get the quick fix and heal a soldier or a scout.
Okay. With
That's
that
true.
amazing note, we're going to move on to a couple of questions for the medic.
Wow, you have questions.
I do. Not
Oh.
about Dekky. Does Dekky have questions?
Oh, I've got a couple of general ones.
Yeah,
So,
general questions. Not like, where's your house? How do you sleep at night? Not that kind of thing.
No, because that would be creepy.
Which side of the bed do you get out on? No.
What did you have for breakfast today? Oh wait, I know already.
Of course you know.
I had
Yeah, trying to be
Pop-Tarts.
creepy, it doesn't help when you're your sister.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
so
give you those questions.
Anyway, on
Yeah.
to more questions. Professionalism, Dekky. Gotta keep it smart.
the professional would like to ask the following questions. All right. First of all, when you are, there's a lot of controversy I find about medic weapons. So, as an experienced medic, do you think the current loadouts, the current weapons available are suitable for this game?
Yeah, actually,
Like,
you say there's a lot of controversy. Medic weapons are generally considered to be the most balanced. The only ones that are particularly thought to be overpowered, you've got the quick fix, which is considered to be a bit of a mess because there's so much stuff going on. It does like everything. You've got the Vitasaur because it gives you extra uber for when you die. I mean, the rewarding people for dying, that's silly. And the Solemn Vow because the spy can see people's health. Why does the medic need to see people's health as well? But most other weapons are considered to be fairly balanced.
would you like to tell us? You've mentioned the quick fix a couple of times. Would you like to explain a bit about how it works? Because a lot of our listeners will be new to this game.
Well, the quick fix. Yeah, the quick fix is quite fun, but it's an unlockable weapon for the medic. You can only find it in drops or you can craft it. I can't remember the recipe off the top of my head. But basically, what you do, it doesn't have overcharge the same way the normal gun does. It does Mega Heal. Mega Heal heals you 300 times faster than normal, so you heal really, really quickly. It also makes you immune to knockback, so pyros can't air blast you, sentries can't knock you back, and people can't knock you off the control point. It also charges faster than the stock Medigun. It charges at the same speed as the Crit Craig, but it's got less overheal as a result. Well, technically it means it charges faster than the Crit Craig because it never reaches the overheal speed limit.
The overheal speed limit? Could you guys talk about that a little bit?
Well, when you heal someone, it depends on who you're healing and how you're healing them. Your overcharge increases. If you heal someone who's about to go into battle and they've got full health, that you don't gain overcharge very quickly. If you heal someone who's just got out of battle and they're injured, you'll heal fairly quickly. If you heal someone who's left the battle and is injured, they'll heal up quite quickly. But if you hit 142% health, then you gain uber very, very slowly. But the quick fix, because you can never hit 142 health because it's got less overheal, it never slows down, so you can get your uber charge much quicker.
Oh, I see.
And once you've got that uber charge, what do you feel is like the best way to use it? Like, in which situations would you charge up certain classes?
Well, most of the time you want to charge up a power class. The reason you're using the uber charge is to push forward or to push back. Generally, if you're attacking, you're trying to push forward, take down the sentries, and get on that control point. And you want to do that together with your team, while you and your patients act as a distraction and kill everyone. Because if you're using normal minigun, you can't be killed. But if you're defending, again, it's a similar idea. You want to get on the control point and act as a distraction, so no one else so you can clear away all the enemies and set everything out. When you use the quick fix, well, most people don't really know how you're supposed to use it. It's more of a defense medigun because it stops you from getting knocked off that control point. But on the flip side, it's much easier to use it to capture control points. Unlike the normal medigun, if you use your quick fix Uber on the control point, you can still continue capturing the control point. If you do that with normal medigun, you can't. So the quick fix it's like a baby's first medigun. You can do pretty much anything with it, really, but it's not as strong as useful all the time as a normal medigun.
Yeah. So it's almost like a training medigun, is it?
Yeah, except when people start rocket jumping, because the thing about the quick fix, it's got this additional little feature. It's called tether jumping. If you heal someone who's doing a rocket jump, or a sticky jump, or a detonator jump, as some pyros do, you'll get carried along with them. So you'll fly through the air in a similar direction to them.
With imminent consequences.
Well, yeah, you have to be careful. There's quite a few videos of medics being thrown off cliffs because they were healing a demo man or something, and they didn't know how to control themselves in the air. Yes, they have to practice. It's good to practice rocket jumping and sticky jumping first before you start doing that.
So you're very aware of what happens when you fly through the air at high speeds.
Yeah, it also makes you a prime target for snipers because they can see exactly where you're going. There's
Yeah,
also
that's
the
very interesting.
there's also the
Sorry?
added bonus. When you heal a scout or a charging demo man or someone who's going fast, you'll go as fast as they do.
Applies additional speed. That's quite
Yes.
helpful.
Hmm.
And that's
But-
interesting actually, because I've always maintained that to get good at any support class, medic, sniper, or spy, you have to really nail the other classes first. So,
Well, actually,
yeah.
the thing about sniper and spy, yes, they're the advanced classes, but medics are actually a good starter class because you're still helpful to your team, but you've got to keep an eye on your surroundings and you learn things like look how the weight of the map works and where health packs are and stuff like that. You learn that quicker as a medic than you would as, say, an engineer or something because you're moving around and trying to stay alive and you see these things, but you're not concentrating on shooting people. You're just trying to heal your teammates.
Yeah, true.
Not to
Okay, why
mention
don't
it
we
keeps
talk...
you away from death for a little while.
Yeah.
And it keeps you from having 6 sniper slots.
Yes, it does. No one likes having 6 snipers on your team.
It
No.
pains
Snipers.
normal snipers to have 6 new player snipers coming on and saying, how to scope in?
Can I shoot through
Yeah,
glass? It's a common
six clones of Nommy is fine,
There
because she's a good sniper.
There has been situations where you go onto a map and you're looking out and you're trying to snipe, and you can see someone, and they're aiming at you, and they're trying to shoot you through glass, and they think they're just missing, but they're actually just hitting glass. And you just...
Really, that's really happened to you?
That has genuinely happened to me. They're
Oh,
standing
God.
with their face against the glass, trying to shoot me, and haven't worked out yet. Wait, there's glass here. I should move.
Well, the funnier one is when you've got you get people who get absolutely, completely, utterly lost on these maps,
Like me,
Oh,
like you.
sometimes.
Don't worry, you learn the maps over time. I mean, there's a couple of maps I still get very lost.
it's
On-
okay.
I mean-
Yukon, for example.
Oh, Yukon is a maze. What's even worse is Steel. It's a
Oh,
bit,
yeah.
I mean, it seems straightforward, and there are signs and stuff, but because of the way the blue spawn is, it's just a pain in the arse, that map. It's
don't play it
okay.
very
It's
often.
okay. No, I play it occasionally.
It depends, because generally I just jump straight into a game and whatever it shuffles, it shuffles. So
It depends on one's mood.
Okay. Since you mentioned the Yukon map, I might as well take this chance to point out the images that are going with this podcast were all made on Source Filmmaker, the program from Valve, and
Very cool.
most of these pictures were made using the Yukon map. A couple of them are done on Nucleus.
Well, they were done on Gary's mod, though, weren't they?
yeah, the Nucleus ones were from Gary's mod. Unfortunately, they're not the finest
Yes.
quality. But
Because for some of these pictures we needed items that aren't yet available in Source Filmmaker, so that's why there's a mix.
A quick thing, Source Filmmaker is free but harder to use. Gary's mod is constantly on sale for like $3.99 in the Steam sale.
Gary's mod is currently $1.99.
Oh, $1.99, wow, it's on sale even more.
Oh my god.
I believe so. You said it last night, Medic.
I don't know if it still is now.
Well, I'm sure it is. Generally is.
No, we'll have a look later on.
Either way, check it out on Steam.
Okay.
Moving
Right,
on to our next question. To save time.
Yeah, I'd just like to talk for a couple of minutes about the character of the medic. So we've got all this actual gameplay going on, all these weapons and things, but there is quite a bit of storyline and backstory developing to the game. We've got the Meet the Team videos, the recent one, Expiration Date, which is really good. We'll be talking about that pretty soon. So the medic does have this very well-defined character. He's German, we know that much from his voice lines in the game. But there is quite a lot to him, really. So Nommy and Medic, what do you think of the medic as a person? Like if they existed in real life,
You
I guess,
certainly
would
wouldn't
you
have a
want
medical
to-
license.
yeah,
No.
would you like to hang out
That's
with
a
him or
given.
something?
Well, actually, you say he's very well defined. There's not really much more to him than crazy lunatic scientist guy. But
Well,
I mean, he's got some very interesting voice lines, and I mean, Robin Atkin Downes, who does his voice, does a very, very good job of it. But over the years, his voice lines have kind of changed a bit. He's much less serious now, much more goofy. Well,
I
that's kind of
think it's
all
because
classes.
I think it's because the character is actually developing in some way. Because Medic used to be quite serious and like just get the lines done and be done with it. But now they're starting to he's enjoying it. He's actually making the character his own.
Well, the voice
He's
actor does enjoy
enjoying.
it. The voice actor does
He's
enjoy it very
enjoying.
much. There's bloopers on YouTube that he's done when he was doing Meet the Medic.
I'll have to find those.
Oh,
yeah.
It's worth a look. But you see from
There's one where he's
Meet
like-
the Medic. Sorry, I helped you.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I've seen one of the outtakes. Basically, in the Meet the Medic video, how he opens the fridge and there's a decapitated spy's head inside it.
The
talking.
point that has made Medic's life living hell on servers forever.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and one of the outtakes, it explains what that head's doing there and why it won't die. You should look it up, all of you. It's on YouTube. Meet the Medic outtake.
They're all on the Team Fortress 2 YouTube channel.
I shall have to have a look myself. I am obviously not very well informed.
Although they're not considered to be canon, if you know what I mean. But it's nice. It's a nice little insight anyway. And you also get to see Medic with a revolver, which is I think a Medic with a revolver would be quite cool. It'd have to be like a stupidly weak one. I mean, he's got those giant hands. Don't know how he'd hold it.
Well, it would obviously have to be huge, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like the ambassador. That's a cannon. The ambassador. It's absolutely huge.
Yeah, the ambassador's huge because the spy's hands are friggin' massive.
What's Big Medic's hands?
Like, holy crap! His hands are like 3 times mine in real life. They are completely
these guys aren't-
oversized.
Well, all the
guys
Team
aren't
Fortress
based
2
on real
mercenaries, they all are very cartoony and stylized, and it is a very nice style actually.
Yeah, it's a very unique style, which I like. It's not just like copied from anybody else.
No. But you mentioned Medic's character. I think most of it comes from his voice lines. I mean, apart from if you read the comics, you'll know that the Medic's had like 5 lines. That it's only been the recent comics that he's actually said anything. I mean, he said,
And that was the Red Medic.
yeah,
We
that's
haven't
Red
seen
Medic.
Yeah.
No, we haven't seen the Blue Medic yet. Although they might be the same person, we don't know anymore. Honestly, I do think that the stories in the comics and stuff are separate from what happens in the game.
So basically, the medic just teleports between spawns, puts
Yeah,
on
they all
different
do.
clothes, and runs out.
Yeah, they all do.
Pretty much. Because of the magic of video games. Alright. Just one more quick question for you, Medic. The Meet the Medic video, did you enjoy it?
Oh, that's obvious. Yes, I did. It's not the best one by a mile. It kicks the arse from Meet the Pyro. Meet the Pyro was a bit of a letdown, really.
There you go.
It was cool, but even Meet the Pyro was nothing compared to Meet the Spy and Meet the Medic. I mean, those are proper videos.
Okay then. Moving on from the more video and medic's backstory related questions, I have a few questions for the medic herself. Itself.
Itself, thanks.
Himself. Okay.
I would like to know, what is your favourite medigun?
The normal Medigun.
And why?
I'd like because it's just so useful. I mean, how can you beat 8 seconds of invincibility? Or invulnerability?
By having 8 seconds of
9
invincibility
seconds of
plus
invincibility.
9 seconds invulnerability, if only. Well, you can and flight, yeah. But, I mean, I'd like to say the Vaccinator is my favourite Medigun, but it's just I love using it, but it's just not as effective. I mean, you hit your uber button, and it doesn't work because you hit it for bullets. You know how the Vaccinator works. It cycles through 3 different modes. You've got bullet resistance, fire resistance, and explosive resistance, and you take less damage from each one. But what happens very often is you'll set your supercharge to go off for bullet resistance, for example, and then a downman will come along and kill you because you don't have any explosive resistance.
And then you get explosive resistance, and a sniper gets you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just can't win, can you?
It's
You just can't win.
No, you can't
No,
win.
the sniper won't get you. The sniper will be trying to shoot through glass, so you survive.
Yeah, that's true. The sniper won't get you.
There's always that pro scout though.
What, you mean the one that just presses space repeatedly? It
Yeah.
does nothing else.
Yeah.
Jumps around you like a God knows what.
And
There's
occasionally shoots in your face.
Yeah. There's also no melee resistance on the vaccinator. And so if you just get a Dero Knight or something come along, it just kills you instantly. There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, to be
Yeah, that
honest,
is a bit of a disadvantage.
in a lot of situations, there's not a lot you can do about a Demo Knight. Unless
No,
you
not
headshot
really.
him on the way towards you. That's like the only...
No. Well, you speak of that, they've got the new Tide Turner, which it gives you pretty much, but you can run around it the same way a Scout would.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's very, very hard to avoid.
Yeah. Well, we're going to leave that for a later episode when we start to talk about Mr. Demo.
Mr. Demo.
Yes.
Mr. Demo.
But since you mentioned the Tide Turner, is it time to move on to our next segment?
You don't mean the update?
The update, yes.
Oh my
And
god.
it's a
the
pretty big
update.
update.
Guess we'll have to talk about it then, won't we?
Yes.
The Love and War update. Or, as people call it, the bread update.
The
Big
Brit
thing.
Because-
name.
Because it all came about by teleporting bread.
It's a big thing.
Or so we see in the video.
From the Love and War update, we have had new taunt slots, new items. We've had the Tide Turner, the Base Jumper, the Airstrike, and the classic.
No,
and
it's the
back scatter.
Airstrike.
Is it the Airstrike? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yes.
And the backscatter.
And we've had bread-based reskins of some classic weapons, including Girati, Mad Milk, and the Spy's Sapper. And I think the bread sapper actually looks pretty cool.
It does look
Kind
pretty
of
cool.
creepy.
You can also get strange versions of these, like the festive items. They come in the bread box that you craft out of 3 hats.
This update all started with this fantastic new video. It's about 15 minutes long, and it's
It is
called
15 minutes
Expiration Date. What did you think of this video?
I loved it.
It was a very good video. And they introduced the new model for Miss Pauline, and I believe the new voice actress. I don't know if she had one before, but she's now got.
A new voice actress, yeah.
Yes, new voice actress.
First character to do so.
First impressions of Miss Pauline, Medic? For the new one?
Too cute. I mean, she's cool and all that.
She's
but
a-
she's
What
too
do you mean,
cute
too
and
cute?
kooky.
I think she's supposed to be the kind of like ditzy, annoying kind of woman, but somehow she's a good character.
No, she's supposed to be
I
strong
don't-
and powerful and all that, and she just sort of came across as like too cute and ditzy at the end. And like,
I don't
Scout
I don't
should
agree,
not
I'm
be
afraid.
doing anything with her. Because like Scout's never supposed to get the girl. It was like that's like one of the unwritten laws. Scouts never gets the girl.
How do you know?
But it's one of the unwritten laws.
If it's
Scouts
unwritten, then how do you know about it?
Because they've been because
Is
it
it
has been
spoken?
written.
It's spoken.
Yes.
It was written on the Steam-powered users forums. Alright,
Yes.
would it be okay if I gave a little synopsis of the video?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure everyone's seen it by now. Hopefully.
For the new
Not
people.
necessarily.
For the newcomers.
Alright, if you haven't seen it, go
Spoilers
to
ahead.
teamfortress.com, watch the video. It's part of the Love and War update. It's on the day 1 page. It's good.
Pause
Basically,
this,
what
and then
happens
go
in
and
this
watch it and then
video,
come back.
to summarize this video, Scout is kind of the protagonist, isn't he? The main
Sort
character.
of. They're all
Sort
sort
of.
of protagonists in their own way.
Well, the ones who got
Yeah.
voice lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the red team has just, completed a mission against the blue guys, and Engineer and Medic tell them all they've been doing some experiments involving teleporting bread, and it turns out that bread, which goes through the teleporters, has developed big, yicky green tumours, and it's assumed that all the red team have these tumours inside them as well, and Medic says they've all got 3 days to live. So, what happens is the spy gathers them all, good old spy, and he produces a bucket list, which is actually a bucket containing a bunch of cards with explicit drawings on them by the scout.
Classic
He's actually a
Scout.
very good. He's actually a very good cartoonist, Scout. You wouldn't
Classic
expect
Scout.
that.
Yeah.
Classic Scout.
Okay. There's a lot of other stuff. The soldier has a few good lines. The soldier provides a lot of comic relief, I think.
Soldier,
Good job.
Soldier relieves the stress of, oh god, are the red team gonna die?
Yeah.
If anybody was ever thinking that, ever.
Yeah. Okay. And then later on, the scout tries to get into Spy's office to apologize to him. And then he says, actually, I did have a real bucket wish. I'd like to go on a date with Miss Pauling. And Miss Pauling, of course, is the administrator's assistant who has been burying dead bodies for them and disposing of the rest of the blue team in their absence. And then Scout admits that he's kind of useless with women. And in order to get this date, he enlists Spy's help, and Spy tries to teach him dancing and, dating technique, basically, and he fails utterly.
Really
So with just 2 hours left to live, Scout has to arrange the date all by himself, and he does that by pushing the briefcase alarm button, which he's not supposed to push, which sends Miss Pauling racing to them on a scooter, which happens to have a bag of how do I put this? Body parts.
Of some blue
And weapons.
clothing.
Yes.
It's just clothing.
No,
It's
not
just
his
clothing
weapons and stuff.
with red stains and, stuff.
A few bits in it.
So naturally, Miss Pauling is furious when she realizes Scout just pushed this button, but there was actually nothing to panic about. And he says, oh, why don't we discuss it over dinner? And of course, when he opens the door, there's a big tentacled bread monster waiting to devour them.
Now, the bread monster has arrived from a previous scene where Soldier was told by the engineer, you can teleport as much bread as you like. So he did,
Yes.
producing this
And
hellish piece of bread that nobody wants to eat.
Because
They
just
want to eat
before Miss
them.
Pauling arrives, was it medic or it was engineer, wasn't it? He came and told the team,
Yeah.
actually, these aren't tumors in the bread, they're like sentient,
It's
sort of
It's a
sentient.
sentient love mark, the sentient beauty mark that
Yeah.
comes to life in a pure wheat environment. I haven't quite memorized that line by memory yet, by heart even.
Yeah, me neither, don't worry. Right. So yeah, basically the idea is they don't actually have tumors, the red team are going to live. And the engineer says, we'll be fine, as long as nobody teleports any more bread. And Soldier comes along and says, I have a question. What is your question, Soldier? I teleported bread. How much?
What?
I've done nothing but teleport bread for 3 days. And that's where the big bread monster came from. And antics ensue.
Enter
There's
scene
a-
left, massive monster. Enter scene right.
Everyone fighting the monster.
Yes.
There's a big fight scene. Scout
good
and
fight
Miss
scene,
Pauling. Yeah. Scout and Miss Pauling end up trying to blow up the monster with a bomb cart.
Yeah, hopefully stolen from a payload map.
Yeah. And then stuff happens. The rest of it you can see for yourself.
No spoilers
Because
here.
I think
No,
I've said too
rather
much
just
already.
spoiled the whole thing.
No, we left the ending. They don't know if Scout was eaten. They don't know if
Okay.
Pauline died. Tune in next time to find out what happened.
Or watch the video.
Well, yeah, just do that.
So I will
It's
say about
worth-
Miss Pauling. Sorry. I will say about Miss Pauling, she does come across as kind of cute and stuff, but
Which is
she's
really
also
not
really
supposed to be.
ruthless.
Yeah, she's
Like-
a very ruthless person.
Yeah, like at the start of the video, we see her on a monitor shooting someone from the blue team in the head. And then there's hints of her chopping up their bodies with an axe and stuff like that.
I think it's less ruthless, it's just more strong-stomached. And
Just
able
doing
to
her
handle
job.
it. Doing her job.
I bet she
Yeah,
gets
doing
paid
a job.
She gets paid incredibly well despite only having 1 day off a year.
Yeah.
Which Scout ruined. Poor Miss Pauline. Although I have to say, Miss Pauline she both looks and sounds a lot like Zoe from Left 4 Dead.
A little bit.
No, she
We'll have
definitely
to-
looks the part.
Sorry.
She definitely looks more like the part. Just
Yeah.
imagine a slightly younger one in a dress.
Yeah,
We'll have to
I'd
look it
agree
up.
with that.
Give it a couple of weeks. There'll be a Miss Pauline Left 4 Dead mod for the game or something like that.
Yep. Guaranteed.
Okay, I think we've talked about the video enough. So there are a lot of weapons that were released with this update, as you said.
It's not that many, really, considering we haven't had any since not last Christmas, Christmas before.
Well, apart from Medic's complete pessimistic view on the whole weapons affair.
It's the truth, though. We haven't had new weapons for a year and a half.
Doesn't matter.
The fact that two of them
Well,
were
we've got
soldier.
new weapons now, so
We've got new weapons
No one's
now.
any medic or engineer
Well,
or
deal with
heavy
it. You'll
or
get some
spy.
next time.
No, we won't.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
Anyway,
I had to wait a
back
year
on
and a half
track.
for the I had to wait a year and a half for the last medic weapon.
Anyway, back on subject. What was the
Yes.
weapons that were released last week, or whichever day it was? I don't remember. Were
it was
the
about 2 weeks ago
backscatter,
now.
which is a scout gun, the airstrike, which is a rocket launcher for soldier, the base jumper, which is a demo man soldier parachute. It's very different. The tide turner,
Yes.
a demo man shield, the classic, which is a sniper rifle from Team Fortress 2 Classic.
Or based off it.
And is there one more? Did I miss something?
No, that's all of them.
Okay, good. I didn't
That's
miss
all new.
anything.
Okay. So I think we can all agree the most interesting one is the base jumper.
Oh, totally.
Yes, definitely.
It's literally a parachute. And Nommy, we were
Yes.
playing yesterday, and you used it to kill me when I was
did.
playing as a player. So how does the
Would you
how does
like
the
to
base
know
jump
how I
work?
did it, Medic?
Yes.
Well, on Nucleus, there is the joyous thing of being able to rocket jump from the top all the way down to the point. And using that tactic, I rocket jumped from there and hit Dekky with one rocket to kill him when my whole team was smacking at him with their melee. I
I
felt
was
the
putting up
need.
a good fight, but suddenly
Yeah,
a flying demo man came upon me. I was not ready for it.
You
No, you
never
wouldn't
are.
expect that.
Who is ever ready for a flying demo man in slow motion?
Well, we're gonna get used to it.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Some
to.
sniper is gonna shoot you down someday.
Oh, I've already done that to one of them. It is an amazing feeling.
Well, there you
Because
go.
they think they're scot-free and they're all like, whoa, I'm out of this fight. And then on comes the headshot. No freedom for you.
Okay, yeah.
But this base jumper should be very, very well implemented if it works with the quick fix.
No, it doesn't work with the quick fix. I
It
tried.
should do, that's what I'm saying.
It should do, but it doesn't. I tried it.
It's one thing
Well,
that
what-
really needs to be implemented.
Why doesn't it work though?
Because
Well, you still rocket jump as normal. But when you open the parachute, the medic doesn't slow down. He just falls to the ground at normal speed.
maybe
while
the medic
soldier
should have
does.
this weapon. Maybe the medic should be able to equip it as well.
Where would he equip it though? I mean,
Well,
you've got to give up your syringe gun. Well, that's it. You can't have it replaced in melee, or you can't have it replaced in You can't have it replaced with a medic gun. That would be silly. It'd also
Replace
be
the
illogical
minigun
because you
with
can't.
soldier's
Then
parachute.
you can't. Yeah.
Fantastic idea.
Yes. They'd just be running around, not being able to jump very much. So the only way you can get into the end in the first place is by using the quick fix.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can you imagine a sniper with one of those who could like jump off a ledge and then just be sniping all the way down?
But he'd
And
be
then get-
sniped by another sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only problem is though, because when the sniper jumps, you can't scope in. So if you're flying through the air, you can't scope in and shoot someone.
Well, that's where the
Classic.
huntsman comes in.
You
No, the
can't do-
huntsman, you have to be on the ground
Huntsman.
to fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's why pyros air blast you so much when you got a huntsman.
They air blast you anyway, because that's what pyros do.
Right.
No, but like specifically, they air blast huntsman snipers because they know that if they're in the air, they're not going to do anything. Because every huntsman sniper has the set of huntsman, the piss, as we call it,
Girardi.
Girardi,
Girardi on the show.
and a knife. So not having an SMG or a cleaner's carbine or anything like that is a big plus for the pyro. So he can just air blast you, and you can't do anything about it. I've suffered many times.
Pyros are also very good at ruining Uber charges because you can just run up and air blast them.
Air blast them
It annoys medics so much. So don't do it.
But
oh, my heart bleeds.
that's why I like playing Pyro so much.
Oh, don't worry, I'll just shoot you with syringes later.
Good
Lots
luck.
and lots of syringes. Actually no, I'll fire candy canes at you instead because I've got a strange festive crossbow that needs ranking up.
It would be good if we could move on to the tips on how to play Medic for the newcomers, if Medic would be willing to inform us.
Yes, of course. The first tip is, above everything else, you need to heal everyone. Don't just heal that heavy that's doing lots of damage. Heal the scout, heal the engineer, heal the pyro, heal the doorman, heal the soldiers, heal everyone. Not only do you get more points, but you help your team more and you get your Uber charge quicker. It's quite simple, and also they'll protect you more, which is nice. Second tip is if you've got full Uber charge, don't be scared to waste it. If you're going to die, if there's someone shooting at you and you're going to die, use your Uber charge and run away. It's better to use your Uber charge and waste it than to not use it at all and just die. It also gives the person who killed you an extra point. I don't know why.
Not to mention, you got the pop it, don't drop it.
Yeah, that's number one. That's technically the number one rule. Pop it, don't drop it. Because dying with an Uber, with full Uber, it's called dropping Uber. Hence the phrase. Another
So you
tip.
run out of Uber completely.
Yeah, when you die, your Uber gets reset back to 0.
Mm.
So you've got to do all that again. It's better to use the Uber charge rather than dying and not using it at all. If you use it a little bit, maybe you'll kill someone or something like that. Who knows? But moving on. The people you want to heal when you use your Uber charge, it does depend on the situation, but your best targets are either heavies, soldiers, or demo men. So the demo men are best for taking out sentry nests and people on control points and stuff. Heavies are best for defending, and soldiers they're like the backup choice if you can't get the first two. What you can also do is counter Uber. If you see the enemy team and they've got a medic and he uses his Uber charge, wait a little bit until he's used some of his, and then use your Uber charge. Because Uber charge lasts the same amount of time, he'll run out of Uber first, and you can kill him, and you'll get an advantage, and you can push forward and stuff like that. That's called counter Ubering. Most generally, you want to use the stock medigun. The stock medigun's the most useful. You can use it in almost any situation, and it's never gonna let you down. It's never gonna give you up. No, I'm not going to continue that joke.
Please don't.
Yeah, please don't. But yeah, the stock medigun is the way to go. For primary and melee weapons, you can use the Uber saw, which gives you health on Uber, but it's a bit risky, depending on who you're playing against. A good all-round melee weapon you can use is the Solemn Vow, because it lets you see enemies' health. The amputator is good as well because it gives you faster regenerating health if you use it. And it's also got an area of effects taunting heal thing, which heals multiple teammates at once. Good if you're on defense or if anyone needs healing quickly.
Mm-hmm.
For primary weapons, stick to the overdose or the crossbow or the normal syringe gun. The Blutzauger is very good, but if you haven't got very good aim and you're trying to survive, it's better off to use a normal one. The overdose gives you a speed boost depending on how much Uber charge you have. And it says it does less damage. It only does like a tiny weeny bit of less damage. That one's a good one to use. The crossbow is for people who have better aim. It heals allies and hurts enemies. And the critical hit looks very pretty and sparkly. It used to fire giant arrows, but now it fires giant syringes. What other tips can I give you? Oh yeah, try and stick to your teammates, because your teammates will look after you. And also watch out for spies. Yeah, hopefully. And watch out for spies, because spies will target you, and snipers will target you, and people will target you. So that's why you want to stay with your team. They'll take the bullets for you. You heal them up, and you'll live happily ever after until a man comes in and blows you all up.
Because that wouldn't be
That's
good.
when you walk through a sticky trap.
But what you need to remember though, when you're playing medic, you're the most important person on the team. You need to stay alive. You don't need to fight people. You've got your teammates to do that. You need to stay alive and get that overcharge so you can push forward and kill everyone. That's basically what playing medic is. It's basically getting that overcharge and being awesome.
Yeah.
Getting the overcharge and being awesome. Nice
Yeah,
quote.
pretty much.
Yeah, well,
That's pretty much it though. I mean, it's all that stuff like positioning. You can also flash your overcharge, which is you can heal different people while you're using your overcharge. So they'll both briefly get invulnerability. So you can have two people if you're quick enough. But it does drain your overcharge faster. So try and spread it around a little bit, but don't try and overcharge your whole team. Just like 1 or 2 people maybe.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's just about all we have time for, I think.
Unfortunately, Medic, we've run out of time.
No.
We don't want to bore people, do we?
No.
There you go. Alright then. Looks like that's it.
Yes.
Dekky,
So
care to
this
do
was...
the outro? Or would you like me to?
Oh, I can do it.
Alright.
Right, this was the first episode of PhlogistiCast, our new podcast on all things Team Fortress 2. I'd like to say a big thank you to our special guest, Medic, who appeared as Medic. And for once, I didn't require special attention from her. When I'm playing, I'm usually that guy who spams the E button because...
And that's hated by all medics.
You take 3 damage. Medic!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good tip. Don't bother, before you new medics, don't bother healing the person who's got pretty much full health. Heal the guy who's injured.
That's
heal
good.
Right, so thank you for all your helpfulness, Medic.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Medic.
And maybe I'll come back some other time.
And thank you, everybody, for listening. Well, I was going to say
watching.
but there's nothing to watch.
Watch the pretty
Okay.
pictures.
Yes.
Listening with your eyes.
Listening with your
Yes.
eyes.
Alright, and go check out teamfortress.com, have a look at the Love and War update and a new video.
And if you don't play Team Fortress 2, check out the free-to-play Team Fortress 2 download on Steam or on the Team Fortress website.
And if you don't have Steam, that's also a free download.
You can find
It's all
Steam
free.
pretty easily. Everything is free, so just
free.
get your computer,
Freedom!
get to teamfortress2.com, download Team Fortress 2, and play it. I recommend it.
Yes.
You'll have so much.
Alright. And thanks for listening. Goodbye.